background, you know, late April,
Diamond
blah,
dozen.
blah, blah.
We're on, so we can go whenever.
Okay, I think we probably will start. And that will give an extra scolding to those not interested enough to come on a day when we have some really interesting weather in the offing. Let me just give you some history. This is from the Weather Service in Milwaukee. We have had notable snowfalls April 27th or later 4 times in Madison's history. 2 of them were in the 30s and 40s. We had 4.8 inches of snow May 3rd and 4th, 1935. What? What is this?
Sorry, this is me monitoring the YouTube channel and
All right.
failing miserably to turn the
I
volume.
feel like I'm back in class.
Yeah.
And then May 2nd and 3rd, 1945 was 1.9 inches. Then we had 3 inches, the latest snow ever was measurable, was 3 inches May 10th and 11th, 1990. My next door neighbors told me about that one. And then 7.8, April 30th, May 1st, 1994. That was after we interviewed.
Right.
So I have no particular experience with that one at all and no memory of it. So, but that tops the list, 7.8 inches of snow for Madison. So we have, with a fairly eager snow measuring crew at the airport and a chance for some interesting weather tomorrow, maybe we will break into a brand new regime. Even if we don't, it appears that we're going to snow tomorrow. We'll talk some about that today, of course. And this will be the second straight mid to late April when we've had snow, measurable snow, inches of it. And that strikes me as, you know, maybe there are certain species, like Greg's brought some peach trees this far north. I know other people have done that. Maybe 2 such winters in a row is too much for a sapling of the wrong kind of species. It'll be interesting to see, you know, because I bet you they have flexibility to deal with one, but I don't know if they have flexibility to deal with it twice in a row. And there may be other things that take a beating.
And also the other thing to note, and we'll see this in the forecast, and I don't know if the Weather Service has talked about this yet, and I don't know what the records are, but what the record cold temperatures are for this
Yeah.
late in the month, because
I don't know either. I wish I'd looked that up. I didn't bother to
we
do it.
rival, I guess, maybe the low 20s on Sunday morning.
Yeah, so I don't know when the last 19 degrees or colder temperature is recorded in Madison. I don't know the answer to that. That's interesting. And then what's the lowest at the latest date? I don't know. But we must be putting ourselves in a position for all that. So it's the system that's going to, you know, maybe give us the really interesting weather tomorrow is interesting in and of itself for a lot of reasons. Now, this is the visible satellite image for the last, I think, 4 hours or so.
Yeah, it's shorter because they changed it to 10-minute imagery instead of 15. I need to adjust that.
So it's the last 4 hours. And this is the complex in the eastern United States, and we'll see the 500 millibond map that goes along with it. Very sharp upper trough, negatively tilted with strong northwesterly flow on its western side, and then sharply curved over the border of Mississippi and Alabama, maybe a little further north than that, Kentucky, Tennessee. And so widespread rain we'll see on the radar, not particularly well organized in its widespread nature, I will say that. There's some off the Carolina coast, there's some convective cells that have blossomed today, and then that's also true across the peninsula of Florida into the southwest of Tampa, into the Gulf of Mexico. So this is a potent weather system. For our purposes, it seems to me that what it's going to be doing, since it has a pretty decent circulation churning around here, is it's going to be importing, as we'll see, much lower dew points. Temperatures are lower too to the north, but the dew points particularly are lower. We started with dew points in the low 20s over Minnesota and the Dakotas this morning, North Dakota particularly. And so to the extent that lower and lower dew points can make their way in here, we started with a 30 dew point this morning. That's going to set us up for even the first few drops of rain or flakes of snow will be evaporating or sublimating into the air, cooling when it starts. So one of the things we were talking about today is, will it start as rain and turn to snow? And I guess we can talk about that today. But it always helps to have low dew points in your gunpowder belt. So that's not a bad thing to have. And I think that's going to be what the contribution of this storm is to the one that's coming. Also, the upstream complex looks poorly organized. I mean, much of this is just cloudiness